cannot say that she did not collect anything from them.
I honestly,
I collected money from them. I cannot lie.
But it's true.
Okay, good to know.
Everybody's contract.
So I will leave all my businesses, Abby. I will leave all my businesses. I will leave my children. I'll go on a show for 3 months, 5 days a week, no time, lose all that money, then for nothing, Abby. They must have not 30 million naira on top.
Afẹ́fẹ́ ti fẹ́ àti rí fùrọ̀ adìyẹ. Afẹ́fẹ́ ti fẹ́ àti rí fùrọ̀ adìyẹ. When I said that there are different sides of a story, and Caroline's side of the story is dicey, some people came for me. They said I did not like Caroline, of which I like Caroline. But it is always good to listen to all sides of the story before jumping into conclusion. Now, there is a voice note of Tiana that is on social media, and she spilled her truth. You see, I love all the housewives of this show. I know that they are great people, they are good people, but we need to hear their sides of the story. I can't wait to listen to Laura's side of the story. I can't wait to listen to Mariam's side of the story. Okay, we've listened to Caroline's side of the story, and I had hiccups with some of what Caroline said. She's saying she spent 30 million naira to buy outfits just to look good on the show. That was dicey. She said some things and I did not agree with it, and I posted it on the channel that I did not agree with some of what Caroline said. But well, let us listen to Tiana's side of the story and we'll continue talking from there.
We all have signed a contract. Yes. You understand? You can't, unlike what Caroline is doing up and down now, is rubbish. You can't sign a contract, then come outside and start saying rubbish all about the place. Just to please yourself, maybe because you know up inside the show somewhere there, it's nonsense. We all signed the contract. Every time something happens, we all can't keep coming out and pointing fingers. Didn't we know before we went on the show?
Okay, are you guys allowed to talk about the show outside of the show? Or the contract?
We are not allowed to do that. So I don't know why she's doing that.
Because I asked you this because she said that she was not getting paid for this show. That she spent her own money to buy wardrobe for this show.
I don't know can you listen to what she's saying? How can you go and say that you spent 13 million naira on a show that did not pay you? I did not see it in her body because it's one of my I don't know what she's saying.
Jesus.
If Caroline did not mention my name in all her stupid rants she went to rant, I'm sure I'll just leave her. People don't learn to leave their past in their past. They always want to bring their past in their future. Because she publicly went to tell these people in this same gathering that it was because of me this happened to her, and it is a lie. She and I knew that that's not true. She knew exactly what happened. And this thing that happened was what I told you that cost me my own relationship then as well. So she knew this thing. We are over it. We have had other children after then. Why can't you keep our past in our past? Why are you bringing our past into our present? So that day I was pissed off with her. And I said, this girl, today, I want you to prove it in front of everybody here that thing you said is a lie. So I expected that, Shebi, and for me, if I'm the cause of the problem, if I ask you publicly, well, what happened? Shebi, if I'm the one you go and ask, I'll say, are you mad? Is it all you? Why are you asking me that kind of thing here? I'll disgrace you. Yes. I will tell everybody what happened. So she's just being an hypocrite. Forget that shit. Like I said, people don't know anything. People don't know what's between me and her. They're just judging from what they are watching. I came to the show with a peaceful heart, and God knows, on my kids, I came there with a pure heart. But this girl, she's someone that pushes your buttons behind closed doors. Then she will fold her hands and be looking at you and make you look like a mad person. You understand? That's exactly what is going on. So I don't blame people that are insulting me, wagging tongues. Maybe with time, when they know the truth, they will realize that they are very wrong and they'll actually feel sorry for all the things they've been saying. Because I don't deserve all the nonsense. This thing has been in my past.
People feel like understand the part, I think the episode where you asked Caroline what happened between her and her husband. You can understand why she was uncomfortable talking that on the camera.
Why was she uncomfortable?
Mariam,
said
sorry. I want to interrupt for 1 second.
Yeah.
Tiana, did you ask
ma'am.
that question because Caroline came late to the airport and you were pissed off at her?
Auntie Funmi,
And tell the truth.
there's a lot you don't know. I am going to speak the truth. There's a lot you don't know.
Okay, tell
Caroline
us.
actually accused me of destroying her marriage
What?
years back. It was 12 years ago,
I
and
remember that. I remember that.
that was when we
I
were
remember that.
friends. And she still went out publicly recently and said we were not friends. Well, I mean, I approve. Laura, I always approve. So I don't have time for her yet. Until she stands in front of me, then she will know. She actually did that and sent me messages. We had a big fight. Then my ex is still our ex-husband's friend, and she said so many things. Which even recently I had to put a call to my ex and asked him that, yo, what is this thing I'm hearing? She said, I said this, said that, brought this nonsense back to this gathering again. Something that has happened 12 years ago. You brought it back to this gathering again. And in this gathering, you are still pointing fingers at somebody else too, that she's the person. So that means it's plenty people. So please, Auntie Funmi, if you accuse me of ruining your marriage and we are over it, so now it's been 12 years, Auntie Funmi, 12 years. It's been
Yes.
12 years. Why bring that conversation to that gathering again and you are telling your friends and your friends are telling my friends till it got to my ears? If you say something like that about me, I will ask you publicly. So if I ask you publicly, that's saying publicly. I'm like that. So we are all different. We are all raised different. My mentality is different from anybody else. Exactly what I did to her is exactly what I did to Laura now. That everybody is angry. If you embarrass me publicly, that's saying publicly I'll treat you. If anything you do to me, I will. She said they must always be flying her everywhere with private jets.
Okay. Okay.
interesting.
Yes,
Well,
now if she
you
wanted
know
private, why
what?
she not go meet her ex-husband, maybe give her private jet.
We're not
Maybe
talking
she's a
about the
billionaire.
ex-husband here.
She's
Hey,
a billionaire. She's
Tony
not on
Mo
our
le
level.
fight. I cannot fight.
She's a
Tony Mo le
billionaire. She's
fight.
not on our
I can't.
level.
I can't fight Tony. I mean,
oh my
Tony,
God.
we cannot fight. Oh, you know, when Laura said that Caroline didn't get anything out of her or out of her marriage, for me that spells financial abuse. I
Yeah.
have seen rich men do this to women all over the town,
Yeah, but the
and
And
truth
it's
is
so
now
wrong.
in can I tell you, Auntie Funmi, can I tell you the truth about something? Yeah.
Please.
The same Caroline that is talking, yeah, she's been able to cry on my shoulders severally, and there's something she would not want to say. I saw that girl go through so many things that I felt sorry for her. She can be silly at times, but put that aside. There are
Yeah.
lots of things that women go through in the hands of people that are very rich. This financial abuse is the first issue that most of us have because we think about it. How am I going to start? Where am I going to pick up from? What's going to happen to my kids? What's going to do this? But it gets to a time we don't want to talk about it because the person you are dragging with is stronger than you. You are not going to win. It's better you just walk away. You understand what I'm telling you? Most of us do these things because the person that my ex that I'm talking about said, I cannot talk about him. You understand? So most of these things is fear. The fear is more. People might push you, yeah, talk. You talk finish now, they come and go and lock you inside jail. It's true, I'm telling you.
There
Most
are
of these women are being
no
bullied.
protection for these men. That's
Yes,
what you're
they are
saying.
being
Yeah.
bullied.
Yeah.
Look at
yeah,
this lady that is my friend, Snow, that they took 4 of her kids. I was advocating for her. They started sending me threats after a while. What's my business? I should leave that man. Oh, that man is a top man. Oh, and the lady is crying every day. 4 kids, just they took away from her. So I'm no, it's not about my being. You can't publicly humiliate your friends.
That is
Eh?
true.
Then you feel when you need them, you pick them up. Do I look like a slave to you? Did I beg you for friendship?
Correct.
No, I didn't. She's saying her sister, when her sister had problems with me, she stood by me. Did I beg you? Your sister wrote nasty shit about me and my kids every time on her dirty blog. And I still chose to be your friend against everybody's wish, telling me. And I keep telling people, Laura is not Linda. So if I choose to be your friend, you need to respect that. Don't disrespect me. You not disrespect me and you tell me, then they are, who ganged up on who? They called me for a meeting. I went like everybody else. I don't have time to gang up on anybody.
And there and then, Yabo said it, even your friend that is Tony, you disrespect her. And I said, yo, I can speak for myself. And I told her, yo, Laura, this is what you did that I don't like. And she apologized. And I kept quiet. So did she expect that maybe I'll go and be beating Caroline for her? Did Caroline mention my name? The fight she had between she and Caroline self, I don't think it was necessary. If they wanted to fight from WhatsApp, they should have gone to stop that. When you're dealing with your private life, your family, you need to think about your family, you need to think about children, you need to think about the people. It's not about you. It's not about tongues. It's not about who is right or who is wrong. And these were
Tiana,
things I said on the show, but I did not see it. I said
Tiana,
it. See, we all have kids. All this behavior you people are doing, this movie we are all watching is there for life. It is not just one episode and they will delete it. No, your children will watch it.
Yeah.
Better know that
Tiana,
one.
let me ask you.
What I was interfering to was not our issue with Caroline. Our issue with Caroline is the messages they sent to each other. We were not even into that. What we were talking about then was a continuous rudeness at people's gathering, at people. She did it at my daughter's lunch.
Event, yeah.
She did it at my daughter's lunch. She kept sipping on drinks. I kept telling her that, yo, this attitude you're doing, you know.
Can I also add here, like
yes,
with Laura and she's exhausting. Laura's exhausting, and you can ask OG. I'm exhausted by Laura, and I can't imagine how the cast, like the ladies, feel filming with Laura. She's exhausting. Pregnant or not, I've been pregnant before. I've never been.
And it is actually also exhausting looking out for her all the time, making sure she's happy. I hope you know that.
Yeah,
yes, I said that in my last episode.
Say Toyi is not my friend. Meanwhile, right from day one, she threw me under the bus. From episode 1, this girl went to say I told her something.
And I was dragging
and you call yourself my friend, really? And you want me to look out for you? And I've always looked out for her. At her back, I always stand up for her too. Every time. I got tired of her nonsense. Like seriously.
Yeah.
You know, for me, the low blow was at Mariam's dinner. And there was something I said on episode, I think it was 7, but a lot of people didn't listen. You know, it's like when I talk, most people don't listen. I said in my diaries, I said, this is the last time I will ever care about Laura. Did you hear that?
You said that. I heard that. And I knew.
Mariam's dinner table.
I said it. And I'm someone that when I say things, I know at times I come out funny, but when I say things, I mean them. I said
and you said something else. You said something else that I caught. I don't know. So, Tony, can I ask you a quick question? I don't know how the ladies could have filmed a show with Laura, knowing that Laura is Linda's sister and she would take back anything back to Linda. I would be scared. If I were you guys, I'd be scared. You know, like
okay. Now let me correct you. Let me correct you on that.
Yeah.
In sincerity, we all did not know ourselves.
Yes,
they made us sign the contract. I almost didn't sign the contract because I'm like, if you do not tell me who the cast members are, I'm not going to come on this show. It's not possible I blindly go on a show. What if I don't like the people? What if I don't flow with them? So my daughter's launch, forget what Laura is going on the show to make it seem as if Tony invited me here. Why did she tell me they are coming? The show's brought us together. I don't have a choice than to tolerate everyone that comes around me. The producers brought us together. I do not have a choice. So that was the same day I saw Caroline was on the show as well.
Wow. Okay.
That was the same day. At least Chiama's on. We already had the launch at her place. So obviously I planned it with her. We already know that yes, I'm doing my daughter's thing at her place. So I knew Caroline was on it with few other people. That was the day I knew they were on it. I did not know anybody else was on it.
Okay.
Maria was my +1 on the show, so she ended up being a cast on the show.
Okay.
See, if somebody is a culprit in this country, it is Linda that is a culprit in this country. Linda used to be the gist lover of them. There's nothing she has not written about me. Seth, I publicly called her out at the time. She wrote something, and somebody went in the comment section. I wrote something nasty about my 9-year-old child then. So I called her out. She called me, we settled this, blah, blah, blah. After that, she still wrote many things. There are loads of times my ex-husband will beat me up because of Linda's blog. But I put those things, and I'm not making it up. I have proof. I put those things aside, and I met Laura by myself, and I fell in love with her. See, forget this act that Laura is putting up on the show. Laura is another person entirely apart from the show. I can assure you that. Laura is a very
So do you
sweet
think
girl.
so what Laura is doing on the show, is it for the show?
She's playing for the show. I can 100%
Okay.
tell you that girl is just acting drama, and I'm tired of her silly drama.
Okay.
Maybe she just wants to be trending.
Okay.
She wants to be the hype of the show. Didn't Chioma say it at that gathering
Yes.
that
Caroline said
Laura
it.
told her that
Caroline
she wants
said
drama?
it. Yeah. Caroline said that.
Yeah.
Chioma said it. Yeah.
That she rather do drama with them.
Correct. Yes.
And she
To
has
gain
never
more
told me anything like that, but
popularity.
she told them. She
told
told them, and Chioma grasped her to Caroline.
Correct. And Caroline repeated it.
Yes.
Because
So
everyone's
obviously that's what she came to sell, because she knows everybody will be talking about her. Then maybe at a point in time she will try. See, let me tell you something, Auntie Fumi. I'm sure you have watched Big Brother. Nigerians support bad attitude like nonsense.
Yeah, I know.
Nigerians, the way they support bad, they will see bad attitude like this. They'll be ailing the person, telling the person, "Oh, sorry, oh no." But meanwhile, when you do the same thing, they want to kill you for it. Now, this person humiliated me publicly and told me I'm doing too much. When I now told her off publicly too, you people say I'm not nice. Teacher doing funny.
It actually makes sense what you're saying, Tony, because in different occasions, Laura has actually said that, like in episode 1 or 2, I can't remember either of them, where she said, "Is she the drama?" Like,
no, it was episode one.
Then again, her fashion show, she also came out that there was no drama because the person that brings the drama was not available.
So you see by yourself now.
Yes.
So as everybody and Nigerians, the episode 1 that I did my baby's launch, episode 2 that Yabody beat something, where they're not saying it's boring, it's boring. When they now started fighting, they say, "Yay, this show is toxic. Hey, this show is toxic." Do you know I was the one that gave Laura the idea for Yabo and the daughter to walk the wrong way for her?
Okay. Now it's coming to pass.
Yes, I gave her that idea when we were going to Abuja. I said I was going to walk the wrong way for her. I said do it. Let all the housewives even walk the wrong way for you. I said that to her. And she was like, "We don't want." I said, "Why not? We're all here supporting each other. Tell them they might do it for you." Blah, blah, blah. So later, when she now told me she was collaborating with somebody, excuse me, I have my own brand. If you're collaborating with someone, I cannot be collaborating to helping somebody on their own way. It's not your solo show. If your solo show, what is stopping me from being on that wrong way for her? Nothing. So later, when I now saw that they are not really showing how I gave this girl support, and she even told me, come and judge the show for me. Tony, tell me the truth. So there was no place. Please, did you see any place I said Laura's collection was shit? Laura's collection was not nice. Laura's collection, no. I said when I saw the pieces, I knew this was exactly Laura. Laura likes simple clothes. It doesn't mean that they are not nice. That's what she likes. Her style, my own style is over the top. It's gaga gaga.
I know. You said the blazer. The blazer was your thing.
The blazer is the only thing I can wear because that's my style. But there was no time I ever said that collection was bad. Chioma said it was bad. Caroline said it was bad. Did you hear me say those things or use those words?
I actually didn't hear Caroline say it was bad. Rather, it was this last episode she said something.
Why didn't
show itself? She didn't say it was bad.
No, why did she say it was bad? No, she didn't say it was bad. She said, "Is this what we use 6 hours to come and wash?"
Yes.
So what does that mean? Excuse me, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? This is what I went through that broke me. It really broke me, but I stood up every time. There was one time, like even this particular one, Caroline was involved in it, and I literally lost everything I had because of Caroline, and because I was standing up for her and covering up for her. And I told myself at this time, she apologized to me years after, but because she didn't understand what was even going on, because we were used in the game too. But after a while, I pray to God that, God, you know why? At times you have to use some people you have to use some people against us to open our eyes in a situation where we don't even want to leave. And we have to force ourselves to leave that situation. And when you leave that situation and you actually acquire more and gain more without relying on that certain person, you will now know that, yes, you could even actually do these things by yourself and you didn't even know. So at times I tell most of these people, I thank them. I'm not angry. I thank them because if not for them, I won't be where I am today. I won't be independent. I won't have chased my empire because I literally, everything that particular person did, I lost it. I lost my home. I was at a point, I was living in an hotel with my daughter. After living in the hotel with my daughter was when I met my second. Then I got pregnant again in the process. So I didn't even have time to heal from that situation before I jumped into another one. And it took me another 2 years to get out of that as well. It was like an abuse to an abuse. It was so bad for me. And the only thing I could do for myself then was just to focus on my business. And I had this idea of bringing all my businesses together, opening up under TIANNA'S Space Empire, putting it in one, and just strive from there and moved on. And that was it for me until today. You know, I'm doing well. I'm happy. I have a relationship with all my kids' dads, because if I'm not doing well, these people won't even talk to me. They will even see me and spit on me.
And Caroline were going after each other about, oh, you were a runs girl. I'm like, well, was Laura paid? If she was paid,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck if Laura was a runs girl? Okay, so you slept with little boys in your matrimonial home. Who cares? Your husband was all over the streets with all
I
these
actually
women.
didn't like
Who
the part
cares?
that they were slut shaming each other.
Each
See,
other.
that's
I
why I
hated it.
said
I
the
won't like you. I
show.
did not even like it at all that
Yeah,
they were bringing their families into this thing.
see,
And I reached out to Laura. I'm like, yo, no, stop talking, please. I called her. She said nobody reached out. It's a lie. I called her. I said, yo, let's stop
Wow.
talking. Stop talking. Stop.
Yeah,
You know,
because
let's. Even I told her that people started saying that I was the one pushing her to fight. I'm this, I'm that. I said, let's make peace, please. I still have the message on my phone. I said, let's make peace. I don't really like what's going on with
yeah.
all this drama. So when we were called to come and sit down and talk about it, I didn't even know it was going to turn out that way. I didn't even know the messages would be mentioned. I didn't know they would bring up the same messages that was sent. I didn't know they would talk about those things. So I was like in shambles. I was shocked. I was very shocked. Told
Let me
them.
ask you, the WhatsApp group, did you guys have the WhatsApp group from the very beginning? Or was this WhatsApp group made during the show, halfway through the show? I ask this because one thing that I do applaud you for is that you just had a baby. So for you to be waiting left and right to go to Abuja for 6 hours did not make sense. If there was a WhatsApp group there in place where the girls could have said, you know what, I'm running late, don't go to the airport right away. You guys go ahead, do what you got to do, this, that, and the other. But
I
you know,
think
now
at
in
that
episode,
time we didn't. No, Auntie Fumi, we didn't have that WhatsApp group then. The WhatsApp group was created even after all this drama. We didn't have the WhatsApp group then. The WhatsApp group was created because of this same communication issue we all had, that somebody will say they gave her this time and somebody else will say they gave her this time and that time. So we didn't have the WhatsApp group then.